Hey guys, this is Aaron, and I welcome you to my first month in review video. Now, I just got the idea for this, and I'm sure you're gonna get tingles out of it. But I just got the idea to make this kind of video as a way to not only review what I uploaded for the last month, but just in case you missed some videos and maybe some sounds that you missed, this is your chance to kind of catch up as well. And if you're new to my channel, also a great way to see what you missed out on if you're a new subscriber. So I'm going to be going through my uploads from oldest to newest for July, and also giving you brief clips of each one along the way so we can get some tingles, okay? So the first one is Crinkle Ear Heaven, and Crinkle Ear Heaven I uploaded on July 7th, and I'm pretty sure either I saw someone or someone commented pretty much like, hey, you should use saran wrap and wrap those ears with the saran wrap. So that's exactly what I did in this video, and yeah, the sounds kind of speak for themselves, so have a listen. hope you enjoy listening to a little bit of Crinkle Ear Heaven. Just a little bit of some trivia about this episode is that it's the actual first time that I was able to use this new string lighting system that you see on either side of the video. And these are really advanced string lighting system. You cannot buy these in stores, and it's really way more advanced than the other ones that you can find in a normal store or a craft store. These are not like Christmas lights. These are, each individual light is controlled by a controller, and there are RGB LEDs in each one. And yeah, the patterns that they create are really cool, and really you haven't seen these kind of patterns in any other kind of string lights. So I hope to feature, I actually do feature these lights in another video last month, which I'll get to. Okay, so let's move on to the next video, which, speaking of, it is my tapping tinkle dreams tap, scratch, and slide video. And yeah, this was the one that, I uploaded this on July 11th. And this one took a little bit of setup to get right because I really wanted the lighting to be perfect. And yeah, I use the same string lights, but I used them in a particular pattern that really created like a rainbow, like a rotating rainbow effect. Especially when you look at me near the end of the video, you can see the rotating kind of lighting effect on here. And yeah, it turned out really great. So here's just a little bit of Tinkle Dreams. So yeah, in Tingle Dreams, I actually used this futuristic scarf. It's what they call a infinity scarf. And I actually used this for another video. It was actually in a role play that I did earlier on this year. Yeah, I think it was the role play that I did of from Total Recall. And yeah, this infinity scarf is really cool. It has like a 3D printed exterior flexible mesh on the outside that gives it like a 3D look. And I got that from Etsy. So yeah, really cool looking, and I'll definitely be using it in the future for other videos. Okay, and then the next one was a personal update on July 14th. And this one is kind of similar to what I'm doing now, but this one was a personal update to update you on the state of VR camera technology, specifically with the new 8K. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, the new 8K Insta 3D Pro camera, which is what this one is right here. And then I also got the Lucid 3D Cam, which is it's a 180-degree 3D camera. And yeah, I'm still waiting for the 4K firmware update on that. As soon as I get that, I'm gonna just start using it again. Well, and probably maybe use it for an ASMR video. So the next video that I uploaded was on July 18th. And just a reminder, I do upload every Tuesday and Fridays, with very rare exceptions. And on this video, this was the tapping and scratching leather plus sticky fingers. So this, I'm pretty sure this was a request that someone had on a previous video, and I'm always open to requests. And I will usually, if I do it, it's very fast. Like I have a fast turnaround. And this was one that someone said, please do a sticky fingers on leather video. So I borrowed some designer purses, a couple purses, and a wallet, and pretty much did lots of crazy sticky fingers all over the wallet. And yeah, I did some scratching on it as well. So here's a clip from that video. So as you may or may not know, I do a lot of videography work, and I really love lighting. I'm always learning about lighting all the time because lighting is really, really cool to use, and I'm always trying to get like different looks. And in this video, sometimes I break out this light that you see in the background, and I don't really know what the official name for it is called, but it's like an underwater. It simulates underwater lighting, and it's an RGB light that has like a glass pattern in front of it, and it rotates in a way that makes it look like that it's water, or almost like a like a water reflection when you project it. So yeah, sometimes I break that out. Little side note is that this light has a fan in it, which of course I hate. I hate having lights that have fans, so I tend to avoid buying lights that have fans, or just don't use lights that have fans. And luckily, especially with pro like videography equipment, pro lighting is getting more and more, because they're using LEDs, right? LEDs are becoming more powerful, that they are getting rid of using fans if they can. So that's a great move, and I'm really happy that a lot of manufacturers are going that way, making fanless designs and only putting fans in if they have to. And if they do have to put a fan in, being smart about fan noise, right? Because when you're on a set, right, you can't have fan noise if you can help it. So yeah, when I'm using this background light, I do have to plan a little bit extra time and try to minimize the noise from that light if at all possible. Alright, the next video is my satisfying binaural sound assortment. And this one, I think I made this one because I didn't really have a good idea about what I was going to be doing that day. So I was like, how about I just make a bunch of sounds and put them together? So this one, I wanted to have some of dramatic arm movements towards the camera, because I know some of you like arm movements. And let's see, so I have hand rubbing. I play with a styrofoam ball. I also play with a stress ball. I tap my knuckles with a mallet, and then I play with some harmony balls. So here's a couple clips from this video. So just a little bit of trivia on this video. The tapping knuckles part, I pretty sure I actually got this idea from a video from Heather Feather, and it was, I'm trying to think which role play it was. It might have been just like a general sounds video. I'll have to go back and look for that. But in one of her videos, she tapped her knuckles with a mallet, and just that sound of it gave me some tingles, because I don't think I ever heard tapping knuckles on an ASMR video before. So yeah, thanks Heather Feather for giving me that idea a long time ago. Okay. Let's see, and then on July 26th, July 26th was the 20,000 perler beads video, and yeah, these perler beads. I've actually made a couple designs out of it, but really haven't used them. I mean, maybe like 4 designs with these beads, but I figured that since I had them laying around that they would create some pretty nice sounds. So here's a clip. So of course, when you're playing with perler beads, they pretty much will get everywhere. So, so after I was done with that video, I had to pretty much clean up my studio because I had perler beads all over the place because I was taking some out of the bucket and putting them into like the little glass jar that you see in the video. So, but you know, it's fun. Alright, and then lastly, my upload on the 30th. I think this one was a couple days delayed. Sorry about that. On the 30th of July, and this was my, what do I call it? Tapping, Talking, and July Patreon Appreciation. So, yeah, at the end of the month, I will usually do my Patreon appreciation video, which will show the names of my patrons. And this one, I also wanted to do a little bit, I wanted to talk a little bit more because some people mentioned that they wanted to hear me talk more. And so I decided to talk about some lenses that I own and what I use them for, as well as tapping on the box. And then on top of that, I wanted to make it just a little bit extra special, so I recorded it with my Red Cinema camera I actually recorded it in 6K, in 6K 60 frames per second, and then I down-res that to 4K 60 frames per second. So just for that extra smoothness in 4K. So here's a clip from that. So I've collected a lot of lenses throughout the years, and before I started doing videography, I did some photography, and I originally bought a Canon DSLR back in the day, and my big camera back then was the 5D Mark II, which was also the camera that started the whole DSLR video craze as well. And you know, I was totally into that craze, and that's how I really launched or advanced my videography skills, was through doing video with the 5D Mark II. Since then, you know, I've moved on beyond DSLRs, but you know, DSLRs definitely still, even today, have their place, and they look as good as ever. So nothing wrong with using DSLRs. And the lens-wise, right, I originally had Canon because of the autofocus features, but as I explored other lenses, I discovered that, you know, manual lenses are more the way to go to give you just more creative freedom and options, and even better image quality, believe it or not, over like Canon L series lenses, which I considered some of the best in the photography industry. So that brings me to Sigma, and Sigma over the past few years have really stepped up their game with their Art series lenses. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Art on here. And the Art series lenses, all of them really have been rated above even Canon's excellent L series lenses for the first time. Really have been dethroning Canon in lens quality. And the best thing of all is that they're much cheaper than Canon, and you get better quality. So yeah, Sigma's really been stepping up their game with the Art series, and this one is my go-to lens, which is the 1835mm f1.8. So it's even faster than the Canon equivalent, and you know, like I said, it's even cheaper for even better quality. And so lens. This is my go-to. This is, let's see if you can see that. This is my go-to lens that I use for most of my ASMR productions. Most of my ASMR videos are shot with the 18 to 35 mil, and yeah, it's pretty much my general purpose go-to lens for video shoots as well. But for video shoots, I take other lenses to cover all of the focus ranges, or the focal lengths. So, but yeah, it has autofocus on here, but yeah, it's just overall great, amazing lens for the price. Great wide angle, great semi-medium angle as well lens, and yeah, this is my go-to. On this one, I did have it modified for be geared right here, so this helps in when using a remote follow focus, and I'm actually using a remote follow focus right now on this camera, which is what this control does. This is a remote follow focus for when you need to control focus wirelessly. So I can give you a quick demo. So I'm just getting it out of focus. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this first ever month in review video. If you did or didn't, just go ahead and leave me a comment. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. I would like to actually do these month in review videos. Again, it's just a great way to kind of, for me myself, to review what I've done in the past month, and also to kind of give you guys a little bit more behind the scenes insight and little trivia notes and tidbits about each video that I produce. So thanks guys, and I will see you next time.